These wooden tags were my best sellers in the painted tree, and today I'm going to show you how I created them using my Glowforge, from the start to the finish. Hi, I'm Christine, the artist behind our list of designs, and I'm happy you're here. Welcome! Okay, I'm going to do the best I can to show you how I create my tags on Glowforge. So I just opened up, let's see if I go back. I have my designs, and then I click on this, which I save. And these are the last ones that I did for my shop, but I'm going to change these today. I think I think I have plenty of those. So now I've saved that. This is a duplicate file. So if you want to keep, I'm trying to think and do this at the same time. If you want to keep your designs, you should set them up in a file and save it, because then you just go in and hit start when you pull them up, and they're already there, and you only have to do this once. So this is a duplicate, and I'm going to create some new ones today. I know one of them that I want to create, but I don't know why I'm doing it that way. Okay, so you can hit that and then shift and then get all of them. I didn't capture it all in one this way because it takes the tags, and I had to create these tags myself because I couldn't find a tag that I liked. So now I'm going to go into this little magic canvas, and I kind of like the modern car wash style, and I like the sticker style for these that I'm creating. So I'm gonna let's try the modern logo. Now this is the AI portion of Glowforge that you get in the premium account. And I'm going to put, let's try lady with, oops, it's hard to type with the camera in between me and the keyboard. Lady with money. And then you just have to wait for it to create your image. And my internet has been very slow lately, so creating your masterpiece takes time. Hang in there, your image is almost ready. These are so fun to create, and I think I'm gonna put, let me edit this. Let's see. I don't know. Party girl. I want her to look like she's having fun. So you just keep typing different things in here until you find an image that you really love. And once this creates another image, you can also put make more magic or use this image, and make more magic will stick with your prompt, but it'll give you other options. And then if you don't like the style, so this is the modern logo style, we can go in and try different styles. There's photo and I don't know, I can't think of them off the top of my head, but you can go back on that screen and look. Okay, that girl doesn't look like she's partying. I don't know. She looks pretty serious there. We don't want that. We want somebody, let's put fun. Oops. Again, trying to do that. Why is this not working? Oh, I have to click edit. Let's put happy girl with money. You're gonna laugh when you hear the quote. Put in the comments below if you've already figured out where I'm going with this. So when I had the painted tree, I had these on a rack towards the aisle where people were walking, and people would stop and read every one of them laughing, and it was so fun to watch on the camera. They were my biggest sellers. Now today, and hopefully they'll be up by the time I post this video, that's not what I'm looking for at all. Okay, I'm gonna put, because I like the kind of retro style, I'm gonna put, oh, again, edit, retro, and I'm gonna change this to woman and see what it gives us. What was I gonna tell you? I forgot. Oh, by the time I get done and upload this video, hopefully some of these will be on my website. I believe I already have 8 quotes, and then we're going to add this one today. And I'm going to make quite a, normally, oh, see, yeah, I like that. I want I like her a lot, but I want to be able to see the money that she's holding. I want it to look like a lot of money. So by the time I upload this video, hopefully I will have some on my website available. And what else was I going to, oh, I normally, see, I don't like that one. I want her to be holding. Okay, let's change that. Holding. Let's try that. I normally would do 4, as you saw before I deleted everything, 4 different quotes, and I kind of keep track of the ones that I run out of first, which is really weird because sometimes I have one that people love and it sells out immediately, but lately I've been selling a pretty equal amount of all the quote tags that I've created. What happened with the money? All right, holding. Let's try just money again. Let's edit. So this is the most time-consuming part, is trying to figure out what prompt to give it to give you what I really love. Oh, let me see if you can. Whoops, sorry. I can't get it to go down anymore. Let me just move that back. So I really like this one, and I might end up using that one, but I really wanted to see the money. So sometimes you'll have to take these into your editing program. See, this isn't bad, but you can't see the money. Okay, I'm gonna click on this one because I like this one better. And let's click, this is the closest one, make more magic. Yeah, so lately I've been selling pretty equal amounts of each one of the quote tags that I've created. So normally I would just go in and take these 4 and put the quotes that are low in inventory and etch them. And then every now and then, like today, I'll come across some funny quotes. Nope, let's make more magic. And yeah, and then make a new set. So this will be the 3rd set that I'm creating. And you can do anything. You can do Bible quotes, you could do you know, tags to give to people. So you could just do text, like to, from, and then a little message or whatever. But I like these because they're funny, and this is probably about the best one I think we've gotten so far. So I'm going to save this. How do I save it? There it is. Download image. And I may go back and revisit. Okay, that's good. All right. So now let's use this image. So you can go back in here and you can adjust it. So like if you need to change the shading or make it smaller or bigger, but we're going to do a lot of that here. So now I'm going to put use image as is. And then I'm going to make this a lot smaller. Maybe even just a little bit smaller. And I can adjust that again a little bit. But right now, this is not going to be a cut file. We're going to go in and engrave. And I'm going to start out with SD graphic. But don't ask me about all of this. I know draft is like a quicker, not as refined version. SD graphic usually works out pretty well for me. HD graphic, you know, high definition, but it takes a lot longer. And sometimes I just always start with SD, and then if I need to adjust, then I'll try the HD. But anyway, so now we need to go add text. So I'm going to go over here. Where's the text? There it is. I'm trying to see this with my glasses on, but I'm too far away. So I'm going to put girls first. And I'm gonna pick something pretty simple, I think. How about let's do girls in a really elegant. Yeah, I like that. Look at this. This is cool. Girls. We want that big, I think. You know, you play around with it. So sometimes when I start, look, her head fits right. Oh no, I've got another little thing to do. Wait, hold on. Okay, more text. Just wanna, and I'm gonna do this in a, let's try Anton. I use that a lot. I don't really want, I wanted something to tuck in there. Maybe that'll work. We'll see. Let's go back here. Text. What was this? Elegant? I don't remember what this one was. Oh, great vibes. Okay. Great vibes have I don't want it so big. Girls just want to have. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to play around with this because I'm not really liking the way it's coming out. Funds. You like it? Let's see. I don't like that one. Let's try this. Big and bold. This. That's kind of cute, but it's hard. Maybe if I make it bigger. Let's see. Girls just want to have funds. Okay, so I'm going to go play around with this for a little bit, and then I'll come back and show you how I've pulled it all together. Okay, I think that's what I'm going to go with right now. Want to have is, it's a little hard to see here, but I don't think it's going to be hard to see when it etches. So I'm going to just leave this one here and then go ahead and print, etch, and see how it comes out before I put the other ones in there. And if it works out really well, then I don't have to move the wood at all. I just leave it in there, and I'll go add, I'll copy and paste to each one of these. Or if I decide to do a different quote, I can do that. And as long as I don't move the board, it'll be fine. So it says 16 minutes and 30 seconds. Here's my machine, and the little light is blinking. Don't mind my machine, it's really dirty. I'm using a lot. There it is. So I'll let that cut, and I'll be back and show you how it turned out. Okay, I went ahead and added the other 3, and these are done. I think that came out pretty good. Okay, so after I get them out of the machine, you're going to have this sticky residue from the wood, and you can put masking tape over this. I have giant rolls of masking tape, and then you can peel it off, but I hate that process, and I actually like a little bit of the rustic look, so I just cut it without that. And then I take a rag and a little bit of alcohol. This is just hand sanitizer. I like the gel because it, I don't know, I think it doesn't evaporate as quickly, but you can use just regular alcohol too. And I just go with the grain and take off a little bit of that. And sometimes I don't even do that. Sometimes I leave it on. It depends on what I'm doing. But you definitely want to get the edges because they can be quite sticky. And then I'm going to paint the back, but so that I don't have any lifting paint, I go ahead and get that residue off the back too. Now the color sometimes is going to stay. That's why I like to just paint the backs black. So I'll just go through, and then of course you want to keep moving. Otherwise you're just moving it around, and just clean all of them. And that's it for prep. Now and I like to put these on deli paper because that way when they're painted, I can slide them over easy without touching them. But I just take a little of my black paint and put it in a lid. And I like to do 2 thin coats. So I water it down a little bit. You may or may not have to water yours down, but I'm using Golden from the tube and it's very thick. So if you need to, just a little bit of water. And I like to do 2 very thin coats. And you can use a paintbrush, but I found that when I use a paintbrush, it kind of goes over and it's a bit messy and you don't get this smooth matte finish. Look how pretty that is. And that's why I like to do 2 coats. So you can either go ahead and do the whole thing, or if you want, I have done these where I do the 2 coats here and then I'll go back and do this side so I don't get my hands in the paint and make a mess. But today I want to get these done and out of the way, so I'm just going to and I have my alcohol rag over here to keep my hands really clean when I'm touching these. So, but today I want to get it done. Sometimes it's useful, you know, like if you're in a hurry and you don't have to move things around, you could just do half and half, and that way it can dry before you pick up to do the other side. But you could also just try and be very careful. And there's always a good way to clean it up. You can, if you get some on the front, you can, like I did, I believe on this one. Yeah, just a tiny little speck over here. And I could just take a little nail file or a little piece of sandpaper and sand that off. Sometimes you can use a little alcohol to get it off if you get it quick enough, but the sandpaper works as well. Okay, so when I'm done with 2 coats of the black, I take them outside and line them up, back side up, the painted side up, and any matte finish is good. I usually use this one. There's a couple others I get if they don't have this, but I really like this one. It's got a nice matte finish and it really does protect it. So I'll do 2 light coats on the back and then later I flip it over and I do the top side. Okay, now because I can't seal these until they're dry, I'm going to show you from the ones that I have and then I'll show you all the ones that I've already gotten done. So I take here's a piece of rope that I don't remember what size this is, but I'll put it in the description. It's just macrame cord. You can use something like this. It's a little easier to thread because it's so much thinner, but I just like the look of this. And I will take some picture hanging wire, or in this case, it's just a really thin, like a bread tie. And then I do, let's see if I can remember which order. Okay, so then I put the bead on there, and I'll put the beads in the description as well. And I just thread them through here. This makes it so much easier. Yeah, this little thing is a game changer when it's hard to pull beads through. So then I go through the front and pull it all the way through, and then I take this out and then just put the beads through there and pull it tight, and then push the beads down. And that's it. They're so cute. Hold on, I need to overthink about this. This one's for me. Alexa, do the dishes. I don't have an Alexa, but if I did, I'd probably want her to do the dishes. This makes me think of my friend Sarah. This is, yeah. If at first you don't succeed, skydiving is not for you. Now, I didn't think this one was going to be a big seller, but I got to tell you, so many people bought this one from my shop and they laughed. I'm not bossy. I'm aggressively helpful. I know a few people like that. Talkie before coffee. That's definitely me. Wine flies when you're having fun. I have a group of friends that this applies to. And this is also me. I have it all together. I just forgot where I put it 10 times a day. So these will go up on my website, and the new ones will go on probably in a few days after they've had time to completely cure. I don't want to send them to someone and they all stick together. I know the lighting is terrible today. One of my lights is out, and I just had to keep moving forward and not worry about it. So that's what they look like. And I know that I could probably do better tutorials on the Glowforge, and I will go back and do another video like this again when I get a new computer and I can record my screen. My computer's almost 9 years old now, and it won't let me record on the screen. That's why I had to put the camera up in front of it. So I know, awkward, but this is the first one I'm doing, and I wanted to get it out there. So this one's for you, Kathy, for asking. Thank you. And I'm also going to do a step-by-step on my Redbubble process soon, but I got to get my head back into that. So I hope you enjoyed this project. And if you like any of these quotes, and keep an eye out for more coming, check out my website, darlissadesigns.net. Please let me know if there's anything else that you would like to see, or if there are any questions you have about this project. I'll do the best I can to answer your questions. And I hope you have a really creative and crafty week. Thanks for watching.